What's going on, people? It's Mr. Door back again with Behind Closed Doors. Hope everyone is well. Um, Another massive game tomorrow at the City Ground against Bristol City. Yes, another tough game. What's everyone's predictions for tomorrow? If you want to know, just put your comments below. Um, Before I babble on, I've got a Bristol City fan in Lee Hilton, a big City fan. And then afterwards, I've got a Nottingham Forest fan in Forest Luton. He was on my preview. Last preview was on live. So he'll be on about around 8:20 afterwards. But what's everyone's predictions for tomorrow? Put it on comment below. And if you are new to my channel, make sure you do subscribe. I have hit the 3K as well, so thank you very much everyone for subscribing. And now it's road to 4K as well. But yeah, before I get on Bristol City fan, what's been happening this week regarding Forest? There's been players been going out, as we know. Carvalho has left as well for Spanish side. Almeres. Another player gone out. Today, Abadomu has his contract terminated as well. So that's a bit of bad news as well for Forest. But it's one player gone. So before, like I said, I'm going to get on Pete Hilton, big Bristol City fan, to get his opinion on Bristol City's form, on new manager, ex-Nottingham Forest players, and they've won 3 games in a row as well. So I'm going to get Pete on now. How you doing, Pete? You okay?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm all good, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm all good.
Good. Right. Massive game tomorrow for Nottingham Forest. I've just noticed that Bristol City have won all the 3 games so far. I do remember the last conversation we had. You was not happy, but now you're in a good mood, aren't you?
Yeah. I think every Bristol City fan is, to be honest. Got a Phil's cut a while ago now, because that was obviously under Lee Johnson, and that would have ended up being his second to last game, I think, the last time we spoke.
Yeah, no. Didn't he get sacked after Forest?
So we lost to you, then we lost to Cardiff.
Yeah, it was
the game afterwards. So yeah, it was after Cardiff that he went. But we definitely could have predicted now, like Dean Holden being in charge, 100% record, playing a load of like youth players. We've just given Taylor Moore and Zach Viner, who are 2 of like the biggest youth academy products we've had for quite a while, or like young players that we've bought, in Taylor Moore's case, new contracts. And yeah, just doing really well. Tyreek Backinson is the same. He's only 18, 19. He's been probably player of the season so far. So I think there's literally nothing to complain about at the minute.
Okay. So like I said, you've won your first 3 games, and like I said, you must be buzzing with that. So how's Bristol City been playing so far?
Yeah, really well. I think barring maybe the first half against Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday, we've been entertaining to watch. I think you can kind of see what Dean Holden's brought in that Lee Johnson didn't have, in that every time we've got the ball, it's going forward really quickly. We're playing good stuff. It's all on the ground, nothing's in the air. We've just broadly been entertaining to watch. Like, we're playing Vyman and Patterson basically centre mid, so we're almost playing like it's 3-5-2, but it's almost like 3-1-4 in some, 3-1-5 in some cases, because everything is it's basically all out attack for what we've seen so far. So again, it's been really entertaining to watch. It's completely different to what it was under Lee Johnson.
Your manager, I was surprised when you did appoint him. I know, like I said, he played for Bolton, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was you surprised when he got appointed?
Yeah. I don't think anyone saw it coming. I think even when it was announced that he was getting interviewed, that was enough for some people to go mental, let alone when he got the job. I think most people I think Paul Cook or Chris Hught were the 2 that people were expecting. So when it was Dean Holden, and obviously he was Lee Johnson's assistant for 4 years, And everything that was said when Johnson went was, we need a breath of fresh air. Like, we need someone to come in and just completely change things. So when it was him, nothing really made sense or added up. So there was a lot of vitriol towards the board. You might have seen there were like bed sheets and like protests and stuff outside the ground.
Yeah.
Which, it makes people look stupid now doing that because of how we started. But yeah, I mean, it's no one expected it, no one wanted it, but it's been like a pleasant surprise all round, really.
You mentioned ex-Nottingham Forest player Jimmy Patterson. I know last season he was he at Derby last season?
Yeah, the first half of the season he was, yeah.
And I'm surprised that he's now back in your team and he's doing all right, isn't he?
Yes, we're playing him in a new role. Like he kind of played either out on the wing or as a second striker, but now we're playing him and Vyman as centre midfielders, basically, like out and out centre midfielders. But he's obviously had a lot of faith put in because he's been given the number 10 shirt, and he's been number 20 since he came in. So he's been given that role, and it seems like it's his shirt to lose. But again, like I said, like it's all fits into that kind of all-out attack style that we've had since Holden took over. Really, like it's all very fluid. It doesn't seem like we're concerned if we're conceding goals as long as we're scoring more than the opposition. But yeah, he's been completely transformed really since Holden took over.
Another player, that ex-Nottingham Forest player in Jack Hunt, is he still playing? Is he still starting for your team or?
Yeah, he's still probably first choice right back. So he'll play. So we got Sessegnon on loan from Fulham as like
got him, the right back.
Yeah. So we got him, but yeah, Jack Hunt's probably starting choice right back. So I imagine he'll be starting tomorrow.
So Forest fans want to know who's say you've won 3 games on a row. Who's the most threat player for your team?
I mean, Backinson, like I said, has been like the one player that no one expected to be like as good as he has been. Like we bought him, I think when he was 16 or 17 from Luton, and I think he's only 18, 19 now, and he's just been incredible. Like centre midfielder, box to box, he's absolutely amazing. So probably him, and obviously Naki Wells is someone that he's been banging them in again.
Yeah.
So I imagine it'll be Wells and Chris Martin that play up front together tomorrow.
I know.
One of those two.
Yeah, I was thinking you got Lee Martin, ex-Derby player. He loves scoring past Forest, as you know. He scored past Forest. For Derby. Do you think he'll be a threat against Forest tomorrow?
Yeah, as I say, him and like Martin and Wells have linked up together quite well already, even though it's pretty early days for those two. Those two. I imagine Jeju will probably on the bench, and he's been one of our like main strikers since he came in a few years ago. So Martin or Wells are the main two as threats, to be honest.
So what do you think your weaknesses are for tomorrow's game?
Probably still like at wing backs. As I say, Jack Hunt is still first choice, but there's still question marks over him. Left back, Jada Silva's still injured, so we're probably going to play Tommy Rowe left back. Yeah, he's been injured for a little while.
Okay.
So we're playing Tommy Rowe left back, who is kind of filled in for him when he's been injured before, but by trade he's a centre midfielder. So he does a job, but he's not like an out and out defender. So I think if you can get anyone, the joy is going to be down the wings really, if you can exploit it, because defensively we've been all right, but it's the wings really where we've probably struggled the most.
Right. So as a Bristol City fan, how do you think Forest have been doing so far this season?
Mate, yeah, really surprised at how bad it's been actually. Obviously you had like the worst possible end to the season last year.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not too surprising that it's had a bit of a hangover. But I thought you would have been all right because you brought in a lot of players, haven't you? It seems like you've got a big squad. But I guess sometimes that can go the other way, can't it? That can make it worse sometimes.
Yeah, we brought in 12 players so far.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We got rid of Carvalho on yesterday.
I saw Albert Adoma's gone as well.
Yeah, Albert Adoma is mutual consent. Thiago Silva, he's going to Olympiacos. That's our feeder club, as everyone says. So we are losing attacking players, but we still got a good team. But just like Bristol, they've won 3 games in the trot, so confidence will be high. Like I said, we beat you 1-0 last season, but that was with your view, how did you see that game when we beat 1-0?
I thought it was pretty tight. I thought a draw probably would have been fair, but at the end of the day, that the free, was it Thiago Silva that scored the free kick?
Yeah.
So I think players like that quality is, we had it with Lee Tomlin a few years ago. At times, like you can be very even, but all you need is one player that can, score those free kicks, score those goals that other players can't. But it kind of felt like a draw would have been fair, but you had the players that could do that, and we didn't. At the end of the day, and I would say that's all you need between playoffs and not playoffs.
With the transfer window finishing on Monday, do you think you need to strength? Where do you think Bristol needs to strength to get that top 6 or top 2?
Probably. Well, Thomas Callas and Nathan Baker are still out injured, and it seems like Callas's might be more serious than they thought. So we probably need a centre back on loan if we need to. I don't think we need any more players in permanently, to be honest. But if there is one area, it's probably getting centre back cover on loan somewhere. It all depends. Like, it looks like Nicholas Eliasson's going to go today or tomorrow, but I don't think we'll need to replace him. And Famara Jeju is still TBC as well. So if he goes, then we'll probably need another striker. So dependent on players that go out, we'll probably need another striker and a centre back, to be honest.
I know that there's only 3 games gone. Where do you think that Bristol will finish?
I mean, hoping for playoffs, really, the way that we've started. Just seems like it's just been a total change with Holden since Lee Johnson went. So obviously hoping for top 6. Obviously the way that we're going is a great way towards that. But I'm pretty hopeful for top 6. I mean, outside of Watford and Bournemouth, I think it's quite an open league, to be honest. But I don't think the teams that came up from League One are particularly strong, and are going to kind of push the kind of top 6 or top 8 probably. So yeah, I'm hoping for playoffs, to be honest, and obviously anything better than that would be amazing.
So the last one, Lee, before we go, your prediction for tomorrow?
I'm going to go 1-1 draw, because I don't think.
You think?
I just can't. I can't see you losing again. Surely.
Right. Let me ask a question. Do you know we've not scored in 4 games?
Yeah, I do. But it's got to be. It can't go on forever. That's always the fear, isn't it? It could be almost like sometimes it's the worst time to play teams when they're in poor form, because they could kind of bounce back from it. But do you reckon Lamici will go then if we beat you tomorrow?
You know what it is, well, like I said, we brought in 12 players. The players that he wanted, he's got him. So
right.
The problem is, like I said, he brought his own backroom stuff in. He's got his players that he wanted. He's got rid of the players that he didn't want. So it's 50-50, because, like I said, if he does lose tomorrow, we get a new manager in. You know what it's like. Managers want their own players, and then we got the FFP as well. So it's a strange one. Like, I want him to stay. I really do want him to stay, but as you know, it's a results business. And like with Lee Johnson, like when he was under pressure, when Forest beat you, and who else beat you before he got sacked?
Cardiff.
And like I said, I thought he would stay, but he didn't. So with Lamucci, he's like, is it 4 wins in 19, and we scored 1 goal. We scored 1 since, I think what game was it? Derby. We drawn 1-1 with Derby, and we scored 1 goal since then. So he is under pressure, and if you do win, I hope you don't win, but but it's going to be I want like, did you watch the game on Saturday against Huddersfield?
No, I've seen the highlights though, and obviously it's not.
Oh, I just wanted to
great,
because like I said, I've been talking to, like, I spoke to a different Bristol fan, and they watched the game, and they said if Forest play like that, Bristol will destroy us, like 4-0, 5-0, because we played Cardiff at home, and it was awful as well. And if we play like that, Bristol will batter us.
Yeah.
But as a Forest fan, the player that I'm worried about is Jamie Patterson, because, like I said, I think he's got a point to prove, because he never got a chance at Forest. But that's why I'm surprised. But like I said, he was on loan at Derby last season, and I think him getting a role in that Bristol side and coming back to the City ground, he's got a point to prove.
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's true.
I just don't know. I think it'll be 1-1. 1-1. I think 1-1 as well. So
yeah,
but yeah, Lee, thank you very much for taking your time.
No worries, mate.
Well, coming
Pleasure.
on. Where are you watching the game tomorrow?
I'll be watching that at home.
Watching
Just
at home?
yeah, on the the City have put together like a Robin's TV stream, so they kind of done like their own mini like Sky Sports thing with build up and stuff, which is quite handy. So yeah, I'll just be watching at home.
Okay. I know. I think you wanted me to do something on your channel, didn't you? After the game.
Yeah, we'll probably need a bit of a soundbite, so I'll drop you a message.
That's
for,
fine. That's fine.
For OSIB.
That's fine. But like I said, thank you very much for
no worries, mate.
Coming on my channel, and hopefully Forest win tomorrow at last.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right, cheers, dude. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate. Take care.
Thank you, cheers, dude. Bye. So that's Lee, Bristol City fan, great guy as well. So now, what's the 21 people here? What do you think the score will be tomorrow? What do you think the score will be on tomorrow? Right in a minute, in 2 minutes, I'm going to get Tom on, another Forest fan, and going to give his opinion on Forest situation at this moment, how he's feeling about Limucci, the players coming in and out, what do you think the score will be, and all that. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I've just come past the 3K as well. But yeah, it is a tough game tomorrow. What's everyone think? Is everyone happy with Limucci? Do you think if Forest win tomorrow, do you think he'll get sacked? Do you think he should keep on? Comment below if you can. I'm just gonna wait for Thomas. I know a Forest fan. In my opinion, like I said, I'll say today, I want Forest to Pete. I want Pete or Forest to win tomorrow. So it's going to be tough. I want Limucci to stay. I do want Limucci to stay, but he's under pressure. It's a results business. Regarding Carvalho as well, what do people think of Carvalho leaving Nottingham Forest? Put your comments in, and so I can read your message. Right, I'm seeing where Thomas is. Excuse me. Like regarding like Carvalho, he is a tough. It was tough to be fair. Like I said, he went. Now he's gone to Almere, Spanish club. He wasn't getting the games. He really wasn't getting the games, and so it is good to get his own get his confidence up on that. So right now, I'm going to get Tom's opinion about Forest. I'm going to get him on now. Hello, Tom.
Evening, Ben. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Here we are again, waiting for another win and another goal.
Another goal. That's what I'm pushed. Another goal. Tom, let's start with the game against Huddersfield. What was your opinion on it?
It's a hard one. I thought it was a bit better, but still deficiencies in the system and everything. I thought it was a bit of same old, but we created a few more chances. I thought, especially in the first half, I thought, I don't want to be harsh and single players out, but I thought Tyler Blackett was letting too many crosses into our area, and we had a couple of chances with Graben and so from the header and Sammy Amiobi. So
yeah,
but still deficiencies. Then, but I mean, he made 7 changes, so we'll just have to see what tomorrow brings, really.
As you know, like players have gone this week. What's your opinion on Carvalho leaving?
I said this on Twitter earlier in the week. Carvalho, yes, he has got the negatives that people are expecting him to do this and that, but Brian Clough used to always says he wasn't bothered about what a player couldn't do, more bothered about what the player can do to get more out of him. And if he's not putting a challenge in, fair enough, give him the ball, get him to create something. And but obviously the manager, Lamucci, at the moment wants something different, and obviously that's why he's frozen him out the squad, and now he's gone on loan out in Spain. So I liked him when he did play.
Yeah.
But for 13 million, probably not as consistent as we all wanted him to be, but we're crying out for some creativity, and he's definitely talented. But I think he's one of those players where you've just got to try and get as much out of him as you can and concentrate on what he's actually good at.
Another player that has left as well, Albert Adomo, and Thiago Silva. He's soon to go to Olympiacos. What's your opinion on Thiago Silva going to Olympiacos?
It's a strange one, isn't it? It's
really strange.
I think with it, it's like a matter of like we buy players and we just if they turn out good or half decent, we know that potentially they might be off to Olympiacos. That's the thing, and I quite like Thiago Silva. I thought he had a bit more to his game than Carvalho. But same again, though he wasn't consistent. Some days he might have a good game, then some bad game, and then it's one of them really. But he's another one that, for whatever reason, he's on his way out of the club.
I think my opinion on Silva, like he played at that number 10 role, and scoring 4 goals and 4 assists. I don't think Tommy.
I agree with you on that one. I mean, when he did play, he did like to go and see the ball and etc. But
yeah,
he says I think towards the back end of the season he started to bring a few goals to his game. I think he scored against Birmingham, he scored against Cardiff away.
Yeah,
for a number 10, you just want a bit more out of him, like he says. And he scored that free kick
against Bristol City.
Come back after against Bristol City after lockdown, but. Yeah, like he says, you want a bit more from a number 10, and probably the reason why Carvalho has been loaned out, because we probably don't get much out of him as we expect, and Silva's probably in the same category, really.
Do you think Freeman's the man to be a creative man? Like I said, we've not seen him much do stuff, but do you think he's the man to be that man, to be the creative person to like set up grabbing or just be creative? I think we're lacking in creative. That's what we're lacking. I know we've got Lolly, Abiobi, we've got Mike as well, who can come on, but I'm expecting more from Freeman.
Yeah, I think it's the same again. You've got to play a system which gets the best out of every single player. And at the moment, he's got to go looking for the ball rather than people giving him the ball. And again, he's got the same deficiencies as Carvalho has been suffering when he's played like last season. So no, it's a matter of Sabri's got to be a bit more inventive. He's got to set up so we're on the front foot, press in higher tempo, and then get the ball to the players who can actually do something with it. Because that is our main problem at the moment. If the creative players aren't getting the ball, then the likes of Grabban and Lyle Taylor, they are not going to get the goals, are they?
No. With regarding Grabban and Taylor, I don't know how you felt about it. We started Taylor up front, and then we took Taylor off for Grabban. How did you feel about that? Would you play tomorrow?
I would, but he's not going to play it. And when we was a goal down against Huddersfield last week, we should have kept them both on the field because you have more chance of getting a goal. But if one of them's not getting the ball and you take him off and you're going to replace him and you're not change the system, then you're never going to score a goal, are you? So,
Exactly.
like I said, Lamouche is like the apprentice at the moment. He's the one who you really like. You give him the tools to do the job, but he's one of those where he keeps shooting himself in the foot, where he's like turning up late, and that's the thing with him. You give him he's likable. You're giving him all the tools to actually achieve something, and for whatever reason, he's coming up short. And it's highly frustrating, not for me, but the majority of the fans out there. He's probably got the best squad we've had in the last 20 years or so.
Yeah, 100%. Touching on Lamouche, I know, like I said, he's been under pressure with results. If Forest lose against Bristol, do you think Forest should get rid of him? That's really tough.
I think it's the manner of how, like I said, I don't want to be negative because I sincerely hope we win tomorrow. I think it's the manner of how we play tomorrow. If it's same old like it's been for the last few games, and obviously the how we played last season in the latter stages, if the no improvement and we lose the game tomorrow, then I can see him going.
Do you want him to go?
I don't want him to go because I sincerely hope he achieves something here. But it comes to the point where enough's enough, because the further it goes on, sentiment in football doesn't get you that far. So if you keep saying to him, "Oh, I like him and everything," and give him time, it could get to December and we could be well off the pace. And basically, you've got to have a really good run from December to the end of the season to get something in with the money and the recruitment we've put in place.
Yeah,
I don't think you can do that. So, like I says, if I've got to put my neck on the line, I think next 2 games, if there's no improvement, I think we've got to say enough's enough, unfortunately. So. But,
touching on Lamouche, if Lamouche, if it does go, we've been hearing about Eddie Howe, Sam Allardyce. Who would you like to see at Forest if Lamouche would go?
Well, the two managers who one's in work and one's out of work. I'd love to see Eddie Howe here.
No chance.
But I can't see it.
No, I don't want him. I don't want him.
Don't you?
The only reason for that, because he's a one club man. I don't know if you remember, he was at.
Yeah, he did go to Burnley, didn't he? And he didn't settle there. So
yeah.
There is that. But I'd like to see him here. But another manager who I'd like to see here, and I don't think he'll get the time of day by minority of the fans here, is Sean Dyche.
You know what?
He won't, but I just can't. I don't think we're...
You're a legend, because it was funny, right? I saw an interview of Dyche this morning in Burnley, and he's frustrated with transfers. And I was talking to my father-in-law, and I said to him and Ian Wone, because Ian Wone is my idol, them two at Forest.
Yeah,
it'd be great. That would be great, but I don't see it happening.
No.
In my opinion, I think with all the players that he's got, and that we bring in all these Olympiacos players in, I think he'll go for a foreigner. I really do, if it did happen.
Yeah, it's one of those where we've basically changed the tact in the recruitment process this summer. We've got mainly British-based players in. So by doing that, it's like, has he changed the tact? Has the whole mentality changed? Where if Lamouche did go, would we get an British manager in, or will it be a matter of a foreigner? And you just don't know. It'd be nice to see a British manager come in with the players what he's got, because he will know them.
Yeah.
But with how the club is, like you said, I can't see it. I think it'd be somebody from the continent, to be honest. And who that will be, I don't know. I mean, some people have mentioned Marco Silva, but when I saw him at Hull and Everton, Watford, he cannot defend. Well, he can't get his teams to defend really. So I don't think it can go down too well here because we're leading goals in at the moment, aren't we? So
Yeah. So last one. What is your prediction for the result tomorrow?
Well, we haven't got the greatest record, have we, against Bristol at the City Ground?
Oh.
I'm going to be the optimist, and I'm going to say Forest are going to get a 2-1 win.
Do you think we'll score?
They might score for us.
You know what?
Yeah, I think there won't be many goals in it. I don't think we've got to have a really good start, because if we have a bad start like we have against Cardiff, etc., they're just going to pick us off because their confidence is sky high. I mean, they've won the first 3 league games, top of the league and everything. So just have to see. But we're up against 12 men tomorrow.
Oh no!
Steve Stroud is.
No, don't mention him, please. Listen to me. I wanted to be on a channel and do not talk about him because when I seen the manager. When I seen the manager, night darling. Night darling. When I saw him as referee, I dropped my phone. I thought, no, it can't be happening.
It has that effect on people.
Oh, don't.
But no. On a sensible note, I do not know how the EFL give him games. There's assessors at the games. I saw a clip. If you type in on YouTube, Keith Stroud is
no, I don't want to.
He refereed a game for AFC Wimbledon, and basically the player got tripped up inside the box, and it's miles in the box, and he gives a free kick. I'm like thinking, seriously.
I don't want to hear about Strauss because listen, I want to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about Strauss, I will go. Don't forget, I live like 5 minutes away from the ground, and I will kill myself. Not literally, because he's.
I think you'll have to put yourself in like a hole for about 90 minutes tomorrow, because you're going to hear his name in some equation tomorrow.
Did you go to the West Brom game when we were drawn 2-2?
Yes, I did. He was atrocious. He had the capability of annoying a 20,000 attendance there, because I was speaking to West Brom fans on the train, and he says he's awful. He's bad for both teams, and you have to agree. He was like, Livermore should have got sent off for that tackle on Ribeiro.
Yeah.
Then there was the
wasn't
there foul on
the foul on Baby. Yeah.
On the Obi, sorry.
Yeah.
So I just don't know how can you be that consistently bad and still get games in the second highest, the highest league below the championship. He's awful. He's absolutely awful. I thought Andy Dores a few years ago was bad, but this is.
Oh, he's great. He's all right. He's all right.
Well, he's all right in the sense when he's compared against Keith Stroud. So,
you know what? Quick question regarding Forest and the guy who got arrested, the sporting director. He got arrested, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know the ins and outs, but I have been reading an interesting article. I won't go into much details because I'll get into trouble. But the ghost ship in the Mediterranean, which is docked in Piraeus, has been in the news this week. The Nor 1. So if you have got 20 minutes to yourself, read that article, because that's quite damning with the bits and bobs into that.
Oh, don't. I just think with this Olympiacos link with the sport, is it a sporting director, international director, something like that?
Yeah.
It's funny, like when he got when Forest brought him in. I know what club was it? It was that French club, and even he said, "Pardon?
Marseille. Is it Marseille?
Yeah, even the Marseille fan said he will kill that club. And let's say the players that he brought in January, was it Bong, Costa, Diakabi, awful players.
Well, It's one of those, if you get arrested in like Parliament or something like that, you're immediately suspended. I know you're like innocent until proven guilty and all that, but it's put a. I haven't read the ins and outs of it, but when somebody is like that associated with your football club, it puts a dark cloud over the place, doesn't it? So
yeah.
Let's see how that one. But it's like it seems to be every 6 months something comes out of Greek justice system or whatever, and we seem to be embroiled into it.
Oh, it's something. It's always got something important. Forest. I was just thinking, like I said, we've lost the last 3 games. We've not scored a goal in the last 4. Do you right now? Do you think Forest will still even get top 6 the way we're playing now?
The way we're playing now?
Yeah, the way we're playing now.
No, not a chance. The reason why, the thing is though, how we're playing at the moment, we haven't even scored a goal. So if we don't score any goals, it's not going to get us up the league, is it? So
you know what? I don't know if you remember, because like I said, I was saying to a Leeds fan last season, Lewis Grabban, he scored like goal against Leeds, and he came off his bum or something like that.
Yeah, off his chest or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we just need someone like that, just something like that. We'll just touch on someone and go in. We need something.
I'm quite happy for a cross to come in, and Keith Stroud's got no reference of where he is, and he just volleys one into top corner. I'll take that tomorrow. It's just like running onto the ball, and he hasn't got a clue where he is, and he just wellies it into top corner.
Thomas, if you keep mentioning Screech House, I will take you off. You will bad memories. Please don't.
I was trying to put it in a positive. I was trying to come up with a positive, not a negative. So. And the thing is, with him, it may happen. So never rule that out.
Yeah.
Put a fiver on Stroud to score the first goal tomorrow.
I put a tenner on to get at least 7 yellow cards and 1 red at least.
Oh, so you'd be having an a la carte meal tomorrow night then.
I know, like I said, as the transfer window closes on Monday, what players would you like? Would you still bring in players?
Well, we've had an absolute hatful of signings.
I'm surprised we're not booked one today.
If I had picked one player, I'd go for a winger, but I don't know who I'd pick because I don't know what's available. So, but I tell you what we do. We don't definitely need is another defensive midfielder in Cafu. I don't see the point of that one because when you got the likes of Yates, So, Colbert, Arter, you don't really need him, do you? Really? So
no. There's a thing where I like. Let me make a point about the Olympiacos Forest link. Like I said, we brought in Guerrero, and he's played like 10 minutes for Forest.
Now through, and he's fallen off the. I know he's got a hamstring injury, but he seemed at the time to fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah, like I said, we're bringing players like this Cafu player. Yeah, again, he's from Olympiacos. Is he going to start for Forest? I don't think he will.
Sometimes I think, with these like players what come from Olympiacos, I think it's like a bank balancing exercise where it's like that Taxidis we had a few years ago. He never played a game for us.
Yeah.
We sold him to Lecce or wherever it was in Italy. So, yeah, sometimes you think these players may never play for the club and they might like just move them on and it's one of those. Yeah, going back on former players, one player who I did like, and we didn't see a great deal of him, but when we did, he was all right, and that was Karim Ansarifard. He scored the UK Athens in the week to get them into the Europa League or whatever. Yeah, so I quite liked him. I was very surprised that when Lamucci potted him last summer. So
I was surprised as well when he left because I think like he's different to Grabban. He's different to Grabban. But yeah, I completely forgot about him. Because like I said, we brought in so many players from Olympiacos.
Yeah, I mean, some people liked him, some people didn't. But Andreas Bouchalakis, he's been playing in the Champions League and holding his own.
Yeah.
So he must have something. But we we didn't fancy him for whatever reason, and he went back to Greece. So yes, it's one of those. We'll just have to see what transpires tomorrow and see if we can get a positive result and see what run we go on, if we will go on a run. But yeah, like I says, if we don't get the result tomorrow, I think the knives will be out for Lanucci.
If Forest lose tomorrow, I'm staying off Twitter because
Yeah.
Before, like I said, before you go, Tom, I want to put like, how old are you?
32.
32. So you're my age then.
Yeah.
The word legend, because I don't know, like in my era, the players in the 90s.
Yeah.
What would you class as a legend for Forest?
Well, it's a bit hard, but you know, when a club hasn't done hardly anything for 20 odd years, I feel sorry for the younger generation who has to basically categorise decent club pro in Chris Cohen.
Yeah.
Class him as a legend, but I was lucky to see the Frank Clark side, and so legends for me would be players who have been there for a long amount of time and achieved something, got decent service, or done decent service for the club. So yeah, the last side, I'd say the likes of even though he's not everybody's cup of tea, Stan Collymore for those 2 years, Stuart Pitt, Mark Bosley, Steve Stone, Steve Chettle, like legends to me. But like I said, I didn't mind Chris Cohen, but to categorise him as a legend, good player, good clubman and everything, but no, he's not a legend in my eyes. But I do feel sorry for the the younger generation.
This was my point. Like I said, when a word comes to legend, I know people refer Carvalho as a legend, but that's for the younger generation. Because our class played like you just said in the 90s. Like our class, like even Des Little, Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, because if you think about it, these players got promoted in 93, 94.
Yeah.
And in the 94, 95 season, that was the highest finish for a promoted club. And I think it's still the highest finish for a promoted club. So, and these players played got to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup. The likes of Chettle, Crosley, Pearce, etc. So, yeah, to me, they're legends. But like I says, when a club hasn't done anything for 22 years, you're basically scraping the barrel and you're trying to have some player who you actually identify with at the club. And Chris Cohen, is it 300 games he played or something like that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel sorry for the younger generation who's basically had to cotton the fact that he's the closest they've seen as a legend. You see, it's just how our club unfortunately gone in the last 20 odd years. So
who's your legend? Like number one legend.
Number one.
Right. Who would you put like top five?
I'd probably put Mark Crosley, because the thing is, though, they say never meet your heroes, and I've met Stuart Pearce twice, and I just thought he's not very welcoming. Let's say he's very hard, a bit cold, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Mark Crosley treats you and any other person the same. You see. So, I'd say like Mark Crosley, and I mean, I'd just miss Nigel Clough in his pomp. But looking back, if I was just a few years older and saw Nigel Clough, then he would be my ultimate Forest legend. Because I mean, it was hard to obviously playing for his dad, and he's the second highest goal scorer, I think, in Forest history.
Yeah.
And because what he scored was, he wasn't the quickest, but how he played football, it was just a joy with his he was always 1 second ahead with his footballing brain. You see, so I'd pick Nigel Clough, to be honest.
I'll say, I don't know if you saw my interview, Brian Roy.
Yeah, I haven't. I've started watching the first bit, but I haven't watched it all the way through. But For like I said, for a 2-year period, he was brilliant.
Thomas, listen to me. The guy is a legend. Like, what makes him so great? Because he said to me, "That's the old Brian Roy. That's old Brian Roy. He's a new Brian Roy." And I could have talked to him for hours.
Yeah,
I could have spoken to him for hours, and he said to me, he would talk to any Forest fan.
Yeah,
and that's what I like about these old players. Like I said, with the younger generation, they won't know who Brian Roy is, and we do.
It's a funny one because these. I know he left. He left on a bit of a sour note because he says when he left Nottingham, he says the only thing Nottingham's got is Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yeah.
But the thing is, though, with these players, they're like got a great affinity to Forest. If you look back, like Lars Bohinen, he's sometimes on social media talking about his time at Forest, and I mean Stan Collymore says it, and a lot of players. So as a club, Forest is like a special place for lots of players, etc. So yeah. We have to admit, I mean, it's a frustrating club, but it's a special club. What's created so many great memories for players and fans alike. So yeah, it's nice when like the likes of Brian Roy, 20 years since he's left, he still has a great fondness for the club. You see, so yeah, it's nice to hear the thoughts and the memories on Trim's side.
Hopefully, I'll give you a little. I'll be speaking to an ex-Forest player soon, but I'm not going to say who it is. And he is from your area as well, so that I'll be soon.
But no, another player who I had an interaction with a few years ago was another Dutchman, Pierre van Hooijdonk, and it was during the 150-year anniversary. Dave Bassett did a video going on about that. His last season at Forest and everything. So I sent a tweet to Van Hooijdonk thinking I was never ever going to get anything back. And I says, "Oh, what do you think of this then, Pierre?" And he says, "Oh, the best thing about him coming back was that I only have to listen to his bullshit for another 2 months before he got the sack."
No.
Yeah, and I've still got the. I've got to try and bear with me on this. I'm going to try.
Screenshot it and send me it.
Okay. I was going to put it on the actual video, you see. We're going to find it.
It is exclusive. Thomas having a. Who wants to see the Pierre van Hooijdonk tweet? Oh, God.
I don't know if you're going to. I don't know if that.
Can everyone. Oh my God, I can see it. Oh,
there you
go. Oh, there's exclusive what Pierre van Hooijdonk said.
PBH. Well, I remember the day he come back off his strike, and we went training. We was on an inset day, so I went down to watch Forest training with mates, and there was like a couple of players like the likes of Crosley, Steve Stone, Steve Chettle, and Mickey Adams, who was the coach at the time, was dead against him coming back and everything, and they basically mentioned their thoughts out loud. And then Sky were down there, and this was just the point where Sky were getting like really big with the coverage.
Yeah,
had a huge entourage. You had 4 reporters and a Sky helicopter watching his walk from the Forest ground down to Lady Bay where they were training at the time. So yeah, it's strange times at Forest back then when basically he was the first who created player power.
Yeah. I think about Pierre van Hooijdonk, like I said, like the fans in our generation, he was fantastic. Him and Kevin Campbell.
Yeah.
What a fantastic partnership. Do you blame him for going on strike when we sold Kevin Campbell, Steve Stone, Colin Cooper?
What he should have done, I think he's actually gone on record and actually says he regrets it for going on strike. What he should have done is knuckle down, did his best for Forest and work his move out of that. But no, basically he went about it all wrong. And the worst thing about it was there's some players who were like stuck to the guns, like Steve Stone.
Yeah.
And then there were other players who were like celebrating with him when he scored his like 6 goals, whatever it was, when he come back. And I think that's the catalyst of Steve Stone says, I'm out here, I've done my work. And you've got like people who were like sided with Pierre and some what didn't. And he says, I'm out, and went to Villa for 5 million. So
Yeah.
no, he should have worked his move really. But like I says, I think looking back, Pierre probably regretted that, but he didn't have a bad career after it. I think he won the UEFA Cup in 2002. So
Was that with
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord? Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
beat Dortmund in the final. I think that was in Rotterdam as well. So
Was it?
So Feyenoord's home ground. So he didn't have a bad career, but obviously we haven't recovered since. So, what football does to you?
Yeah. So last question: where are you watching the game tomorrow?
I'm actually working.
Oh no!
I'm actually working. Got a job on the side for a good friend. So I'll probably catch probably 3/4 of it, and probably work on top until 3 o'clock. So.
Did you get the free iFollow code?
Yes.
I've not got it yet. I've not got it.
Yeah, I've got one, but people are saying it might be a bit of a scam. You know, if you're going for the refund kind of thing. So.
No, but did you go for this the number 2?
Was that the one with the refund pro rata?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
No, what it is, you still get your money back for the game. It's a free one.
All right. Okay.
So, but what's confusing? The people who already brought it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Just get your money back and get a free one. Simple as that.
Mm.
But I've not got the free code yet. So I'm waiting until I get it if I can.
Right. Yeah. Like I says, I've not really, to be honest, I've not used the iFollow code.
I've not watched it. I've got a nice TV.
Because we've been on Sky, and then obviously there's been like a stream what's been knocking about. You see, because obviously people are there's more readily available, so it's one of them, isn't it? So.
But yeah, yes, Tom. So thank you. Well, time is early up, but Thomas, thank you very much for coming on.
Pleasure.
And hopefully we do win, or just score a goal.
Score a goal would be lovely, wouldn't it? But
like when we played Huddersfield, I thought when Abieri done that shot, and it was Ben Hamer.
Ben Hamer, yeah.
Yeah, he done that fantastic save. I thought, for frig's sake.
Yeah.
But yeah, all I want is a goal. That's all I want.
Yeah.
One goal, and I'm happy. But if we lose, I'm staying off social media for the whole week because I can't be bothered with everything.
I think this goal droughts catching because I play football on a Monday night, and we've had 3 weeks and I haven't scored yet. So I think there's something in there at the moment. So it's highly contagious.
Oh my god! Right, Tom, I'm gonna let you go, but
man,
hopefully we can win tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thomas, hopefully we'll win tomorrow, and I'll catch you soon. I think who we got next week? It's International Week, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know who we got next, but I'll check. But yes, Thomas, thank you for coming on, and hopefully no rants from you on social media.
I'll try my best.
Right, cheers, Tom.
Take care. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Tom. That's Tom Newton, Forest fan. But yes, like I say, Forest are under pressure tomorrow. So what's your before I do go? What's everyone's prediction for tomorrow? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the comments. To be fair, let me see. Start with David Price. David Johnson's a legend. Oh my God, Bellend, Lisa Howard, Derby fan. Aren't you a legend, Dore? Bloody hell. Yeah, whatever. Jolly Howard, Gary Birtles. Like I said, I didn't see Gary Birtles play, so that's your error. David Orange, have you ever been to Bristol? Yes, I did go to Bristol. I went there. I've been there twice. And it was 1-1 and 0-0. But yeah, and I get going. But thank you very much for Pete, for Bristol fan, coming on. Thank you for Thomas Newton, as Forest fan, for coming on my channel as well. Tomorrow I'm doing a watch along as well. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be there for 2:40. Hopefully, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I've gone past the 3K. Thank you everyone for subscribing. It is a massive help as well. Please hit the like button as well. Another appreciate it as well if you can. But yeah, tomorrow, don't be late. I'll be there 2:40, 2:45. I'll be with Mr. Price, not Craig Price, not the Bubble Price. I'll be on with my mate Mr. Pricey from Cardiff. But like I said, thank you for everyone for watching, and I'll see you 2:40 tomorrow. Thank you for watching.